banks said no to me. 4. And life is just this funny thing, because yesterday, one of those 4 banks reached out for me to sponsor their event. I definitely think God really has a sense of humor. It's really funny. My name is Renee Andrews, and I'm the proud owner of Sorvete-tt. It's a line of artisanal frozen desserts, so we specialize in everything eggless and frozen. I started social media because of me not wanting to live within the norms, and I realized if I wanted to be exceptional, extraordinary, every name you put out there, I had to pivot and I had to do something different. As we know, the digital world exists right now, and it's the main focus behind everything. But I'm really here to talk to you about your why. That is something that has grounded me and has always directed me in the path of where I needed to be. About 6 years ago, I was living life. I had the best job, so I thought. I was a professional chef, so I was in a restaurant working. I also had an online cooking show. And some would say, I was living the best moments of my life. And unfortunately, life happened, as it does with everyone else. I lost my best friend. And before he passed, and it was really sudden, before he passed, he said, "Renee, we love what you're doing. We're so proud of you. But can you just take some time to slow down and do the things you love?" And at that moment, it struck a nerve within me. Ice cream was one of those things that brought me joy. It brought me happiness, and it brought me fulfillment. And I knew if it could do that for me, it could do that for everyone else. And that's how Sorvete was born. It was a moment where I had that eureka moment of really just wanting to zone into what brings me happiness and brings me joy. It is my why, it is my purpose, it is my everything. And owning a small business, there will be trials and tribulations as you pass on, but your why is so important to you, because no matter what the naysayers say, like the banks in the beginning, I'm here 6 years later. And why is that? I chose perseverance. I chose that path. It wasn't an easy path. It still isn't an easy path, but I chose that path. Social media is such a beautiful thing, and I know it could be daunting at times. There are many times it's daunting for me still, but I really want to show you that including social media and pairing it with your why can actually catapult your business, your vision, your mission, anything that you're aiming towards. I started social media just posting what I call silly day in my lives, letting people know, behind the scenes, showing them about the brand. And I then understood that the brand is me, I am the brand, but the why is really what brought people in. People got to see this little girl, she actually wants to work. She actually is determined. She's actually driven. She knows what she's talking about. 2, they got to see the product behind the brand. They understood the quality behind the brand. And I kind of slowly realized that I didn't have to explain myself anymore, because the brand stood for itself. Just that little daily life, silly videos I would post every day, not knowing where it would take me, not knowing where it would take me today. And it's such a fascinating thing, because we overlook social media because we think it's this prim and proper and it has to be perfect. But I'm here to tell you that it's far from. It really is a platform for you to express yourself and show yourself behind the brand. Looking back now, telling my story to people throughout social media, if you tell Renee 3 years ago, looking back now, I'd laugh, because I'd say, what's that silly app you're on, But it really has grown the business, and not just visually, it has grown it financially. I'm standing here today and I'm proud to say that we're in a facility that we're manufacturing the ice cream from, and to all to think it came from just posting silly videos, And again, if you take away anything today, have have that vigor, have that purpose-driven why. Keep that with you, because it's really going to hold you and ground you in every part that you take. I know you're watching me like, what is this little girl talking about social media? I don't have time for that. I'm here today because I had time for that. We all have time for it. You need to make time for it. There are many days I just take my phone out and I'd post. And funny story about just posting sometimes, but with purpose. I didn't want to post because I felt like I was posting, and nothing was happening. And then this one night before I went to bed, I said, Renee, do you want this or do you not want this? I said, I want this, but I'm tired. I want to go to bed now. I've been working 18-hour shifts in the kitchen. I sat there, I said, Renee, on my bed, I said, Renee, this is it now. This is the moment. No one is watching you, and you have to account for yourself, and this is the make or break. And lo and behold, I posted that video, went to bed, and I woke up and the site was sold out. We did more sales than we've ever done. And to think about it, from this silly video that I didn't want to post. I say all of this to say, perseverance mixed with consistency really is the key. Again, social media can be daunting, but you have to put your best foot forward. You have to try. There are a lot of people who like to outsource, as my friend on the table, Chelsea, was explaining that, it really works for her. And if that works for you, that's fine. That's perfectly fine. I'm not here to tell you that, you have to go on social media every day. Hi, my name is so-and-so. No. Outsource the person, that's fine. But make sure that person understands your why behind it all. Yeah? I'm really, this experience that I'm having here today, I met with Jessica and a team from Korea about 2 years ago, and they asked me to do a speech. And she saw my video when I posted afterwards, and I was so nervous. And she's like, Renee, why are you nervous? You're such a natural. I said, a lot of people don't know that I'm really shy. And so I'm watching everyone here today. I'm like, I don't have a speech. I don't have all these, fancy technology items, but I really just want to share my why and to share my passion and to share my joy with everyone. Being able to talk to you here today and say social media is the reason why I'm talking to you here today, it's a mind-blowing experience. I never thought I would be in the position I'm in today, simply because of that. And I really want to just, again, urge everybody to really dive in and to use social media as your platform, whether it be Instagram, TikTok, whatever is the case may be. And don't think you're too old, because I watch a 60-year-old talk about her business every day on TikTok. 60 years, and she talks to me. Well, she doesn't talk to me, but I feel as though she talks to me because she shows up and she's there for herself, right? Thank you, Sham. I want to close this off by saying, what an amazing time we live in. What an extraordinary time we live in. That you can go on your phone, doesn't have to be a professional camera. You can go on your phone and you can let the world know about you. Let the world know about your brand. Let them know your vision, your purpose, your mission. And that one video can change your whole trajectory. What an amazing time we live in. Yeah, thank you, everyone.